Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another season and another episode of my FM21 save with Ajax. As you can see, quick spoilers, we're second in the league, 5 games played on 12 points. The only points we have dropped were against AZ. We've played them twice already, once in the Super Cup and once in the league. In the Super Cup, they beat us 2-1 at our own home, and away from home, they beat us 2-0 in the league. In between, we beat Utrecht 4-0, we beat Twente 1-0, we beat PSV 5-1, and then we beat ADO 3-1. Look at this, 5-1 against PSV, a brace from Anthony and a hat-trick from Tadic. Absolutely insane, but kind of disappointed and angry as well about the 2 losses against AZ. Should not have happened, certainly not in this way in this game again. Just like last season, we had a game against PSV, which we were down 4 goals after 20 minutes, I believe. We had no chance, and that's exactly what happened this game. And the one in the Super Cup, we should have won that one in the Johan Cruijffschaal, of course, it's called. We should have won that one. I think we were better on the night, but we just didn't have it in us. It just didn't go our way at that day. So, moving on to the Champions League, of course, where we belong. We're in the group with Sporting Lisbon, Manchester United, and Fenerbahce. I think it's a doable group. It's not the toughest one we have faced, and it's not the easiest one either. I mean, Man United are a very good team in Football Manager, of course, every season. But I think Sporting and Fenerbahce should be beatable both. Let's look at the other Dutch team. PSV are right here with Inter, Dortmund, and Dinamo Zagreb, so they should be able to finish at least third in their group. I don't think they'll finish above Dortmund and Inter, but I do think they can make it into the Europa League. They've actually already played one game, and they beat Inter, alright. So I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently, but yeah, I think they'll drop down eventually to third place. But we're going to focus, of course, on our own team. You haven't seen anything from this season yet, so I'll just take you through the transfers real quick. First off, let's take a look at the outs. You can see it right here. We have sold 2 players. Lisandro Magallan came back from his loan spell, and we sold him for 4.8 million. I think a really good deal for a player that wasn't going to play for us. And the same goes for Danilo Pereira. He's a good young striker, was out on loan at FC Twente last season. I think he's almost a top scorer in real life as well, but he wasn't going to be good enough in the game. So we sold him off to Twente for 1.2 million. We loaned out Kian Fitzjim to Volendam, loaned out Karel Eiting to Vitesse. I was actually looking to sell him as well, but we loaned him out with a 125,000 euro fee that we're going to get over the coming season. And we loaned out the Vine Range, Nico Serrano, Stontje Hansen, and Matteo Ruggieri. A little spoiler of players that have come into the club. Speaking of which, there we are, the players that have come into the club. Let's do it from lowest fee to highest. Let's start with Walid Ferchichi. Beautiful name, first off. He's a French 16-year-old new gen. The first few players I'm just going to skip through. If you want to take a closer look at them, feel free to pause it. But I don't think they're going to play an important role just yet, so that's why I'm just going to skip quite quickly. Same goes for Jose Medina. Gabe Verdian, which is very cool to see. Attacking midfielder, also 16 years old. Next is Clepson from Braga, another 16-year-old. This time is a Brazilian, 187 at 16 is amazing, and his potential as well. Next is Roland Filancambo. I mean, with that first name, of course, the same first name as myself, I had to sign him. And I mean, his last name is amazing as well. Not the same as mine, but it's still amazing, and his attributes are looking pretty good as well. Not even to start about his potential. Next is Mario Mandzukic, 1.4 million we got him in for. He was on the transfer list. Huntelaar left, of course, and he came in our scout reports, and I thought, well, why not? He's actually on only 25,000k a month, 25,000k. He's on only 25,000 euros a week as well, not even a month, a week. What am I saying? So I thought it was a really good deal. I think he can do a good job for us. He has played a couple of times off the bench, hasn't scored yet. He has given 1 assist, but hopefully he'll do much more than that over the coming season as well. Moving on to Nico Serrano. As you just saw, we loaned him out to Sparta, only 18 years old, Spanish winger or striker. Looking really good with the 20 determination and the determined personality as well. I think he can become really good for us in the future. Don't think he would have been good enough quite yet with the team that we've got already, but he will be good enough in the future. Moving on to Isaac Berkman Johannesson. He is contracted to us. I was trying to loan him out because I don't think he's going to get a lot of game time, first team game time for us. We didn't get the opportunity to loan him out. I think we got him in pretty late in the transfer window as well, so we didn't have enough time to get him out on loan. Looking really, really good as well, and I love to have a player from a nation that is not by the big six, so like this guy is from Iceland, we have that one from the Cape Verdean, all those kind of nations. I really love just to have the best player of every nation, right? Moving on to Haiko Kirsten, not fitting that bill. I mean, he's German, definitely from the big six nations, but he does have 19 determination, and he's a perfectionist, which could drop his potential a little bit, but he does look really good for the future as well. Moving straight on to Sebastiano Luperto from Napoli. He is 25 years old, center back. We needed a very good backup center back, and this guy is 191 as well. We were looking at, let's see if we can find him, Nikola Milenkovic from Fiorentina, and he actually agreed a deal with us, but Inter came in and swooped him up. I mean, he would have been really good, but sadly, we just couldn't get him. So, settling for the next best thing, and Sebastiano Luperto, center back and left back as well, for in case Tagliafico would leave. So, moving on to Gökdeniz Bayraktar. Don't want to butcher his name. It's a really tough name to pronounce, I think. 19 years old, Turkish player, a right winger as well. Could be really good in the future. Look at that, shoot from distance and moves ball to left foot before a dribble attempt. I think 2 pretty good BPMs. So yeah, we'll see where he takes us in the future. Moving on again, Thiago Amaya. We bought him for 14 million euros. Of course, it says here you can play as left back. We're of course not going to play him as left back most of the time. He will play as center mid. Really good there as well. Doesn't have any potential to grow into anymore, but I think he's a really good player for us to have. And yeah, I just think he can really help us out. Next player is Viktor Kornyenko. 2 eyes there. Don't ask me why. He's a left back, 22-year-old Ukrainian, 16 determination again, only 5 flair and 5 leadership. But as a left back, how much flair and how much leadership do you really need? I think other than that, he does look really good. So happy that we have got him in. And next is Marcus Edwards from Vitória Guimarães for 22.5 million. He is also valued at 22.5 million. As you can see, he has come off the bench twice, and he's already scored a goal as well as right winger here. He actually played in the Netherlands. I didn't know this at all, but he played in the Netherlands a couple of seasons ago for Excelsior. I don't know how I completely missed that. He has played 25 games for them as well. But yeah, he's really good and a little bit of potential to grow into as well. And maybe hoping that he'll get a couple of international call-ups as well for England. And the next player is Lucas Averisimo, center back, another center back. He's a little bit better than the Italian player that we got in, the Sebastiano Luperto, but who is not bad either. But this guy is just a little bit taller. He's just that little bit better as well. We got him in from Santos, the Brazilian team. He is 26 years old, but I think he's worth getting into the club as we needed center backs. And the last player that we got in is Denzel Dumfries from PSV. He wanted to leave. We still overpaid a little bit, but I did think that behind Mazraoui, we really needed a quality backup. Of course, we have Frimpong, but I just think he's just a little bit less good than Dumfries is. Look at his versatility as well. So yeah, really happy that we got him in as well. And what I just remembered is that we sold some more players before the end of the season, so you didn't see them right here, but they're in the previous season. First off, Victor Jensen loaned out to Vitesse. Nothing too special. Noah Long was in his contract. Razvan Marine as well, both from loan. Both were on loan at those clubs and they made it permanent. Huntelaar, as I said, on a free transfer to Eibar, and this one hurts really badly. Nico, our beastly left back, has moved on to Manchester City. We tried to keep him at the club, but he was getting more and more pissed off every time we rejected a deal from them. So I think we got 23.5 million from him. For him, we did, and we bought him for 4.5 million. So we did get a lot of profit, but still, it hurts really, really a lot that we lost him. I mean, when he came into the club, he instantly became my favorite Ajax player as well in real life. So to lose him in the game, it just hurts. But we couldn't stand in his way. I hope he will do very well for Manchester City. As you can see, he is playing almost every game, so that's good. But yeah, that is what just crossed my mind. That is why we assigned a couple of left backs as well. Also, Matteo Ruggieri, one of those players. He is out on loan at AZ, but he is one of those left backs that we signed to replace Sadio Fico. Not good enough just yet, but he will be. Definitely, he will be good enough in a couple of seasons. Of course, there are a lot of players here, as you can see, that we've signed. I'm not going to look at all of them. Most of them are very young players that are going to take a couple of seasons before they get into the club. So when they do, we will definitely be taking a look at them. But yeah, now you know the transfers. Now you know why we signed so many defenders. Also, looking at the team report, especially the squad depth. I can't scroll it out, but yeah, look at this. We've got we've got 5 strikers in total for 2 spots, so I think that's good enough. At left wing, we've got Promes and Asensio. Right wing, we've got Neres, Çalhanoğlu, and Edwards. Then for midfield, we've got, we've got 6 players for 2 spots again, so I think we're good in depth there as well. And all of these spots do not count youth players with them, so only first team players. So scrolling downwards, and this is where it was really, really bad. I mean, we had only 2 center backs for both positions, and look at it now. I mean, we have to get these out, but we've got 7 players for 2 positions, 3 for left back as well, and 3 for right back. Only 2 goalkeepers, but I don't think that's too important. We have Onana, and we can always call up a youth player if we need to. But I think especially the defense was really important to get a lot of improvements in. Left back and center back and center mid was a position that I really wanted to improve. Of course, we have it was 5 players, not 6. Marcus Edwards was still in there. We have signed Thiago Maia as our new center mid. So I think we're set for every single position for this season. This screen is mostly where I got my transfers from. This is how I knew what players I wanted to sign. I'm already looking at the time I'm recording, and it's gonna be a long episode. But you guys probably don't mind. We're getting a lot of transfers. We're getting some European football right now against Sporting Lisbon. I haven't looked at the first 11 quite yet. Also, what I've done is put in the playing time happiness right here on the right, so I know that if a player is getting less and less content with his playing time, that we know that we have to play him a little bit more. So that is definitely something that I'm going to be taking a look at, because I do not want our players to get angry. So yeah, this is going to be the first 11 to start for us today. So Onana is injured for still 2 weeks, so we have to use Kjell Scherpen in goal for this game and possibly the Man United game as well. That really hurts. Other than that, pretty much full strength 11. Mazraoui, Averisimo, Martinez, Blind, Çalhanoğlu, Gravenberch, Neres, Asensio, Tadic, and Anthony are going to be the starting 11 players. And I'm seeing just now that we don't have a left back on the bench. So let's get... Who can we take out of the bench? Let's get Kudus out of the bench. Off the bench, not out of the bench, of course. But let's do it like that. Everybody already has a squad number. That's the good thing when you have your first episode in September. But here we go, our first Champions League game of the season. Of course, we're hoping for a better journey than last season. We finished in third in the group and then got knocked out in the second knockout round of the Europa League. So I'm really hoping that we can get a little bit further than that. I'm hoping we can get out of the group stage in the Champions League. As I said, let's not play as 2D Classic. Let's play with the TV camera, of course, as we always do. As I explained last episode, how we will do that. But yeah, I'm really hoping that we can get further than only the group stages and maybe finish in second. I think we should be able to with the teams that are in this group. But that does mean that we do really have to pick up the 3 points here today against Sporting Lisbon. We might have our first chance here. Çalhanoğlu puts it into the box, but it gets head away. Asensio with another chance, but he puts it wide of the goal. That was a first very good chance, and he should have put that away probably. It was a clear-cut chance, I would say. I don't know how the stats look at that, but it should have been 1-0 to us. Scherpen now gets a hold of the ball. Good practice for him to get the ball early in the game and not have to get it out of the net immediately. Çalhanoğlu now with the first goal. That's his first goal of the season, and it's our first goal in the Champions League in this season as well, as Man United are leading 3-0 at home against Fenerbahce. 2 goals from Bruno Fernandes. We're leading 1-0 against Sporting Lisbon, and of course that puts us into second of the group. Let's try to keep a hold of that lead, of course. Let's try to make it bigger, just like Man United do. And Anthony now scores the second of the night. An assist by Çalhanoğlu. He's playing really well today. Again, let's hope that we can get a hold of this lead and we don't lose it. As soon as I say that, Sporting do get a chance though, but luckily they had the ball over the goal. And it's still 2-0 after half an hour played. And they do still have the ball here though. But it is in their defense, so they only have to make one mistake and we can get them on the counter like they do here maybe. Çalhanoğlu could set it up again. Dribbles forward, loses it, but Neres picks it up again. Goes past one opponent, into the box, Neres, and there is 3. There is Neres' first goal of the season as well. And we're leading 3-0 against Sporting Lisbon. Man United are leading 5-0. 2 goals from Bruno Fernandes. 1 from Martial, 1 from Rashford, and for some reason the 4-0 isn't showing here. But we're leading 3-0 at the break. That is so much better than I expected coming into this game. Look at that XG of only 0.83, but they only have 0.09. We're giving them no chance, and that is exactly what we need here today to build some confidence as well as getting the 3 points in the group. Both so important, and not only 3 points, but also to get the goal difference as well, which could be really important in the end because, of course, they look at the results between the teams. So if it's down to us versus Sporting for the second place, then we would, as it stands right now, get the spot above them, which could be very vital for us at the end of this group stage. But that is still very far away. Let's make a few substitutions as well. And let's get Asensio off as for Edwards. And only 10 minutes to go. The second half has gone by so quickly. Not a lot of highlights happened either. We've picked up 1 yellow card, Daily Blind, so we got him off immediately. Don't want to get a second yellow, of course. Right as I say that, Martinez gets his yellow card. But there's the final whistle. We have won the game 3-0. I'm actually so happy with that. I was really scared that we would get off to a very bad start, especially because we've lost to AZ twice already, so I was scared that against better opposition we wouldn't be good enough. But luckily I was wrong and we've won the game against Sporting Lisbon. That means we're into second, and the next game that you'll see in just a second is gonna be Man United at home. So stay tuned and you'll see that game in just a minute. And we're here for the second game of the episode. I'm gonna do it a little bit quicker than normal. We had 2 games in between. One against Cambuur, which we won 3-0, and then one against Go Ahead Eagles, which we won 4-0. They were in 17th and 18th. We're in first right now because AZ lost their game against Fortuna Sittard, who are in 8th actually, so that's not even that bad. So this is going to be the starting 11. Onana back from his injury, back in goal. Mazraoui, Alvarez, Averisimo, Blind, Çalhanoğlu, Gravenberch, Anthony, Asensio, Borré, and Tadic. What a team this is, people. What a team. This is absolutely insane. I would not have thought I would have been able to get a team together that is this good already in the beginning of the second season. And then there are not even some youth players in there yet. I mean, those still have to come through. And let me tell you, I haven't shown you the youth players, but man, oh man, there are a few absolute gems in there, which you will see in due time when they will make it into the first team or closer to the first team. The reason why I'm going to do it a little bit quicker than normal is because, I can't really do it much quicker than normal because the game still takes as long and we're already down 1-0 after 6.5 minutes. But recording the first game already almost took half an hour. So, don't want to do an hour-long episode. We'll do that sometime in the future probably, but not right now. At least it's not the plan. I'm not against it, but it's not the plan just yet. Çalhanoğlu should have equalized there, but he headed the ball just over the crossbar. We do get the corner kick here, but sadly we can't get anything from it. So we're 1-0 down very quickly against Man United at home. So if there's one game against Man United that we could get a point in, it is this game. Already doesn't look like it's happening as Martial strikes it again, but Onana this time with the save. So some of their players are already tired, which could be good for us. But having said that, they've just scored the second of the night. Paul Pogba, of course, very good midfielder for them, scores the second, makes it 2-0 after not even 15 minutes. And they're not stopping either. They're not slowing down. Gravenberch takes the ball off of them, but gives it straight back to Pogba. There would have been a 3-0 if it would not have been disallowed. That's good for us. Only 2-0. Let's give the guys a pep talk already. It's not going good at all. We're being dominated completely. And what was that by Onana? Good for him that he saved the eventual shot that came from it. And he gave an interesting ball to Tadic. No, why is he offside? Is he not offside? Is it 2-1? I thought it would have been disallowed. What a goal kick by Onana. He makes the mistake, gives the ball straight to Man United. He saves the shot that comes from that, gives the ball straight to Tadic over the opponent's defense, and Tadic scores the 2-1. And for some reason, I thought it would be disallowed. But it's not, it's 2-1, and we could go for a second here, and Raphael Borré makes it 2-2 after 18.5 minutes. What a game this is already. 5 goals scored after 20 minutes. One disallowed, of course, but still 5 goals scored already. That could be a card. But Rashford moves through towards the goal, and Onana with another great save there. And it actually leads to a goal kick. We've only had 2 shots on target. I mean, Man United already have 10. But still, it's 2-2. That's all that counts. But I do see them scoring again. Like right now, Anthony Martial, after 24.5 minutes, makes it 3-2. As I was just saying, I do see them scoring another goal. They're still dominating us completely. 11 shots on target against our 2. Still only 3-2. But another bad goal kick by Onana. What is that? What's up with him? Rashford and another good save from Onana to save himself. Fernandes to take the corner kick and gets headed away by Lucas Averisimo. And still 3-2 after half an hour played. Alright, so actually 3-2 wouldn't be a bad result at all. I actually would be pretty happy with that. I mean, we haven't gotten a point if it ends like this. Asensio makes it 3-0. What? Before halftime, it's 3-3. Ajax versus Manchester United. If it ends in 3-0, I will be ecstatic. I mean, if we were to lose it right now, it would be very painful, but I would still be so proud of our performance. But hopefully we can get at least 1 point from this match. Would be very good in our aspirations to reach the first knockout round of the Champions League as well. Asensio now with the ball on the left side, but De Gea picks it up easily. There's the halftime whistle. What a first half that was. I would have loved to see that in real life in the stadium, but you know, second best thing to see it in Football Manager, of course. A couple of players nervous. Onana looked down and uninspired. And of course, Borré aggressive, because what else can he be? That's his only emotion, is aggressive, apparently. Still 3-3 after 49 minutes. would be a great result for us if we could keep this. Tadic can't reach that ball. He's not fast enough anymore. I mean, he's already 32. Give the man a break. He's still a beastly player for us, but he doesn't get that from his speed, from his acceleration. Man United again with the ball. Rashford, Fernandes, and there is the 4-3. 15 minutes played, 5 minutes into the second half, and Man United have the lead again. Of course, a replay from the Europa League final in 2017 in Stockholm, where United beat Ajax 2-0, hoping that we can get a better result than that this time. Doesn't quite look like it. We're behind 4-3. Martial again moving into the box. Blind with a perfect tackle. And we might even get the counter here. Asensio again. And it's Asensio again. It's 4-all. 54.5 minutes. 10 minutes into the second half. And it's 4-4. Ajax Manchester United. What is going on? This is an insane game. This is almost even better than that game that we had against Arsenal in the beta save in the semi-finals of the Europa League. This is an amazing game. Don't really know what else there is to say about it. I also don't want to make subs, but Mazraoui is getting tired. But I don't want to mess up the lineup. Let's get Frimpong on for him though, because he's not only tired, he's also looking very nervous. And we don't need that on the pitch. Boré might get a chance. Boré, but Tuanzebe with a good tackle, already on a yellow, could have given away a penalty and a red card. And that mistake by, I think it would have been Averisimo, make sure that Cavani can score the 5-4 after just 70 minutes played. You know, I'm going to keep it like this. We've not been playing badly at all. What was that? Asensio for the hat-trick. What was the Man United defense doing there? They were all running past the ball, and we picked it up and gave it to Asensio, and Asensio scored it. Did not expect that at all. I was like, alright, well, Man United are going to get the counter-attack again, but instead it's 5-5 here after 77 minutes. I mean, they do get 5 away goals if it comes to a head-to-head, but still a 5-all draw against Man United would be a great result, actually. Every point that we can get against this team is just one extra than we are expected to get. Rashford with a shot, but Onana with a good save. And we might get another attacking opportunity here. Promes, the substitute, loses it though. And Rashford now on the attack again for Man United. Past the defense, and there's 6-5 after 80 minutes. What is this game? What is this match? I mean, remember before this game that I wanted to do this a little bit quicker than usual? I mean, that doesn't really work when there are 11 goals, well, 12 goals in the match. One disallowed, but still 12 goals scored doesn't really help me getting quicker through this episode. I mean, when every game is like this, I don't want to get through it quicker. I want to take my time because these games are so exciting to watch, and sadly we are going to get on the bad end of it, and we're going to lose it. Maybe even 7. Onana with another good save. We have lost it, but 6-5 against this Man United team is not bad at all. As you can see, we had the lower XG by quite a lot, but still 6-5. I am actually at a loss for words. I'm not even going to get mad at them. They played so well, and they did so well to get this result as well. I mean, as I said, not a single point to show for it, but 6-5 is amazing. That's all I can really say about it. So, moving on, for the next episode are going to be the final 2 games of the group stage. Again, Sporting and Man United. We're going to skip the 2 Fenerbahce games. We should be winning both of those. So, yeah, next episode, Sporting away from home and Man United away from home. And then we will know what competition we will be in after the winter break. Maybe Champions League, maybe Europa League, maybe nothing at all. But that's what you guys will see in next episode. I'm praying that this recording will do just fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed that match, despite the result, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys for the next episode very soon. Bye bye.